Okay, so we're going to take a trade on the binary options. This is a strategy that we use here at MTA. It's a very nice strategy, and we're looking at the British pound versus the US dollar, otherwise known as a cable, and I want to buy a call, which is going to be the above button here. I'm waiting for the signal to do that. So typically this is the kind of setup that I like to trade the options on. So we've had this nice impulse move, which we traded nicely earlier today on the foreign exchange, and now we've got this nice retracement here, and it is now starting to pick back up again. So this has given me a nice perfect opportunity to take a trade on the options as well. We've got the support area here, and I want to wait now for the next bar to come out and see some more continuation, and then I'm going to buy a call on the British pound on the option. I'm going to use a short-term expiry, maybe 15 minutes or so. So this is looking at a 30-minute chart here on the pound dollar. So we're probably going to not get that trade off until somewhere near about maybe 12:30, somewhere near that time. So we're just a few minutes away from potentially taking the trade. I just want to see what the new bar comes out and looks like. We may get a small move down, and then once it turns around and starts to go up, then we're going to take the option here, and we're going to see what the outcome is. Hopefully we're aiming to have a profitable outcome on this trade as well. The good thing about the options is you can manage the risk quite well, so you don't have to worry about stop losses or profit targets. It's a case of the price being above our strike price, which is the price we're going to get entered at or filled at, so long as we, at the time of the expiry, which will be approximately a 15-minute trade, if the price is above the price that I entered at, then that's classed as a winning trade, and therefore we should realize the profit on trade. So we'll just keep an eye on that. Okay, so we've had the open of the new bar, so I just want to watch that for a few seconds, because we've had this nice retracement, so this technically should be heading higher, and I just want to get in. So I'm going to prepare the trade. We're going to put £20 on the trade, so we see we've just come back a tad, which is what I want to see, and then see a push up. So this is going to be at 12:45 expiry. Okay, so it's going to be a 15-minute trade. Just want to see a little bit of a move. Just taking the time to get going, so it's still coming back. I just want to see that getting ready to go a little bit. It should really be good to go any time, because this should still go higher, but I want to get that timing right. So it's still coming back, so we've not entered the position yet. We're just waiting for this to start going again, and once it does, we're going to enter trade. But we're just hanging on for it to. It's still in this pause situation here. So far it's good. Everything is fine. It's just not ready for the entry yet. Once we get that entry, then we'll take it. So basically what we're doing is we're just waiting for the setup to give us that trigger, that entry, and it is setting up. We've just got to be patient here. This is an important point, is we've got to be patient, and once we get the trigger and some momentum that's going to show us this is the time to enter, then we will enter the position. So we've just got to be a little bit patient, that's all. But it's setting up nicely and it's getting ready for a trade. Okay, so we're starting to look a little bit good now. We're getting there. We didn't get the 12:30 entry. We're coming on to 1 o'clock. We might get it there. It just depends on how this bar closes and what the next one looks like. But we're getting close to our entry. We have the setup, but we're just not quite at the entry. We're nearly there. Okay, so we had a fairly negative previous bar, so now we've got a positive one that's just open. So again, we need to wait and see that this is starting to break out of these highs here, and then we're going to put it on. So I'm going to get it ready. I'm going to put £20 on. We're looking at an expiry of 1:15. And I just want to see that it's going to break out of this shorter term consolidation. Okay, so now we're in. Oh, we're not quite in. But I'm going to enter if the platform will let me. Try again. Okay, now we've got in. Alright, so I'm not going to worry too much about coming back. It will do that over the next quarter, 15 minutes. So basically what we have here is our strike price. So it's a £/dollar here that we are trading. It expires at 1:15. We have a strike price of 167.94.5, and so long as the pound at 1:15 is trading above this price point, then that's going to be considered a profitable trade, and we should get the money on that. So basically, where we can expect a £36 return. At the moment it's 0 because we're below that price. We're at 167.92.6, but we need to be above 945. So once that happens, then we should return £36 profit on this trade. Otherwise, if it doesn't and it stays below this 167.94.5, then this £20 investment will be lost, but that's the maximum that can be lost on this trade. So you don't have to worry about stop losses or anything like that. You cannot lose more than the £20 that's been invested in this trade. So we'll keep an eye on this trade for the next 15 minutes or so. Okay, so it is starting to tick up, which is exactly what we want. And as you can see now, we're actually trading in the money. We still have at least another 7.5 minutes to go, so it's by no means a realized profit, but it's going in the right direction. So it will do that. It will tick up and down because we are basically sitting on our price. So we're at our strike is 67.945 and we're at 9.444. So we're just below our entry. So it'll keep doing that, and hopefully it will start to push higher. And we only need to be a fraction of a pip to win the money. So if the expiry time we are at 167946, just a fraction of a pip above, then we should realize that profit. Okay, so we now have a countdown. We've got 3.5 minutes to expiry. We're still in the money, so far it's looking good, and we're at 958. 945 is our strike, so far it's looking good. We do have pound strength, and the dollar is just weakening off a little bit, so that's going in our favor as well. So yeah, we just need that to continue and to stay strong within that time period, and we've got this £36 coming back. So our entry, which was £20 invested, we get £36 back, £16 as profit, and that is 180% return on investment. So you can imagine, if you start putting the numbers of what you can actually earn with this, then the numbers are quite staggering. And you can do this 3-4 times a day, and you can make some real good money. You're doing this 2-3-4 times a day. So it's a very simple process. This strategy that I've just shown you works very well, and we do this. I teach the essence of how this works and how to identify the entries correctly on every single asset class you like during the MTA course that we do. And yeah, so far everything's good. We've got a minute now, 40 seconds before expiry, and we'll just check back in again in the last few seconds of that trade. Okay, so we're still looking very good. We've got 30 seconds left of the trade from the expiry. Our strike price is 167.945. We're currently at 167.99, now 168. So we are well above our strike price with 10 seconds remaining. So that's a winning trade. That's going to come in nicely, and it's now just expiring. And we've made £36 profit, and there you go. We've made £36 profit from that trade. So that was a nice options trade that we do and teach at MTA.